Okay, all right. So we will open the meeting at 5:34. So Katie said she'd be right back, but maybe we could do the minutes. So this is the July 25th meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll
Second?
second that.
All in favor? Okay, Katie will have any mail for us that we would need to look at. We don't have any hearings tonight. So right on to number 5A, Pleasant Hills. So, I don't know if Katie wants to do the, or Maureen, if you would like to talk about the meeting that we had earlier this week.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, we just had like a little meeting just so with the building inspector, with the town manager, and Karen and I.
And Katie.
And Katie.
And
so, and Peg. So we'd all just be on the same page.
And so that the town manager could also get sort of up to speed on where everything is and our understanding of the workings between the EPA, the DEP, and our role, so that he could present information to the lawyers as needed.
Yeah.
So what we ended up with is, we had talked about doing an enforcement order, or EPA had asked us to redo the enforcement orders with some special language to allow them, if EPA tells them to do something, to allow them to do whatever they're telling them to do. So in talking with the building inspector and with the town manager, we're going to prepare that it's really the same enforcement order with one additional phrase in there. Actually, two, we will also add that we'll put a new deadline, and we'll vote on this, we were thinking at the next meeting, at the August 22nd meeting. So we draft, and the other language we would add in there is that if they don't meet that next deadline, that fines would start to ensue. And the town manager was clarifying about how we would go about that.
Right.
So at least the beginning part, I don't, as far as how the money goes after, when it gets collected,
Right.
that's sort of, that's for the accountants to determine, but we at least have the ticket book and are ready to go for that. But he had a point, if we've stopped all work, the town manager was not encouraging of us to start fining when you've said you can't do anything,
Yeah.
if you've told them they have to stop.
Makes sense.
However, you could start issuing fines, if they did not meet the next deadline at which you are allowing them,
Yeah.
to do work. So that kind of made sense.
Yeah.
So, so that, I already drafted that. I've sent it to the town manager. He is supposed to run that by the lawyer. So this would be lawyers from Miracle Connell in Worcester. So that would be, the idea is that would be approved language before the next meeting. I would present that to you guys. You guys could then vote on whether you want to reissue those enforcement orders with the additional language. And so that would continue, not make any changes other than warning them of fines to be ensuing, and also adding the language so that EPA is not concerned that if they tell them to do something that they won't be allowed to do remedial work that EPA wants.
Would it be possible to get the wording
Yeah.
beforehand, just so that we can read it before?
Well, it's the language that you got in the email that I sent you from Damien Bednar's.
Well, okay.
So it's just, I'm literally inserting that into the enforcement order that was before, but I can send you that.
Okay.
Not super clear language.
It's
Sounds like governmental language.
Well-
It's just not clear.
It is one sentence, 4 lines. The terms specified in this order, meaning our enforcement order, do not supersede any federal requirements applicable to the site, including but not limited to any obligations to comply with the Federal Clean Water Act and any applicable permit issued under the NIPDES system, such as the construction general permit for stormwater discharge from construction activities.
Now, we're sending those to the owner and the contractor as well?
Well, it's to any site, any of the lots that are affected. that have violations on them. And some of them are like Mr. Gamble, where it's a homeowner, and some of them are owned by the developer.
My only concern is if we don't send that ahead of time to the contractor or the landowner or whoever we want to address, is that if a subcontractor comes along, looks at it, he or she may not know that that applies to them and they can't do what they're going to be doing.
I'm not sure I follow who would not know.
A bulldozer operator. Because they're paid to do the job, not necessarily to interpret an enforcement order with sort of vague language. From their point of view, you know what I'm saying? I mean, usually when you have stop work, it's like, okay, I can't do anything, but then you have this paragraph.
Right, that says.
They don't know necessarily what the
I
rules
see
are.
what you're saying. Okay.
But
Okay.
a stop work means no work.
Right,
So
but now
why
we're saying
is
you
it
can do stuff as long
exception?
as it meets this, which is
If
fine
it's only
if it's
for this
Tracy
federal,
or Armando, but if it's somebody else coming up to do
there's
something.
this federal exception.
But what do they
And
not
the federal,
know?
she's saying the federal exception is not very specific here. It simply says, this will not supersede a federal permit such as this.
Yeah.
And I know that's what Mike Julian wanted, was something more specific, so
Yeah.
somebody coming on the land could look at it and say, oh, I
Right.
can't do this, I can't do that, I can't grade, I can't make a swale, I can't do, that kind of stuff. And
The only problem is that EPA hasn't asked them to do anything yet. Once we have what they're asking them to do,
okay.
we
Yeah.
could specifically then,
Right.
do you know what I mean? But they're uncomfortable with, the fact that we have a blanket stop work. They seem to understand, again, from that
Yeah.
meeting, they seem to understand why you guys did it. But, they requested that we do something that won't stop. Now, the other kind of really important thing, I probably should have led with this, is that right after we met, we had placed a call to Armando Fernandez, and he called back actually while we were there. So he talked to Mike Julian. We have the name of the surveyor. It is the engineer will be that azimuth land design that came to us once before. The surveyor hasn't got their report to the engineer yet. It's being worked on. So apparently the professionals have been hired, but realistically, I don't think we're gonna see that paperwork for a few weeks, but he did call back, so this is new. This is new and good contact from.
Now, will he be responsible for the entire project or only part of the project? That's where I get a little.
They have what, three LLCs?
There's several different entities. It would be hard for me to tell you right now, and I don't think I could give you a true answer as far as who's responsible for what. It seems though that he is, these plans, I believe he is definitely having done for the entire subdivision. So whoever has to do the work and however he and Mr. Atwater decide who's paying for what, we don't really care necessarily as long as the engineered plans come here. You have talked about wanting a peer review, we would peer review, and then once you signed off, they need to do the work. And again, we don't care who pays for the work.
I think the critical part too is giving the EPA the ability under the Clean Water Act. Once they get once the property owner gets the appropriate permits through the Clean Water Act, that opens up the whole property, and then we can start saying, well, all right, you're concerned about the Clean Water Act on the left side of the property. Let's talk about the damage to the wetlands on the right side of the property. And EPA emphasized the fact that let us open this Clean Water Act, and once we open that, then we can focus on the damage that we've been.
Sounds hopeful.
It does. I don't remember them saying that, but if you've heard them say that, that's good.
It seemed to be, that's one of the reasons why I specifically asked. We don't want to remove our cease and desist order.
Right.
Until we get the proper language to allow the EPA to step in and say, all right, you need these clean water activities. And at the same time, it gives us the ability to address the other side of the property as well.
Yeah. And after that meeting on Tuesday, I went up to Pleasant Hills just to see it. There's been a lot of growth. Both weeds and grass, which will hold the soil. There was no construction work evident, but I did notice a small Caterpillar dozer outside of 112.
It hasn't moved.
Yeah, that's moved.
Okay.
Hasn't moved at all.
Okay, because I thought that was the one I had seen like a couple months ago. And the silt fence is still functioning outside of the framed house and number 80, which I believe is your house.
We're 80, yeah, we're 80.
Yeah.
What was-
But the framed house is really.
What did you say, that silt fence is functioning?
Yeah,
So
it looks
they have-
like it is. It's
I
still
thought they had
standing.
silt.
They're mostly falling down the first row.
They're not maintaining it.
No,
They're not
Oh,
doing
okay.
anything to them. And some
maybe
of them
that's-
have come apart, some have fallen over a little bit.
Okay, because I didn't go in the backyard. I was mainly looking
Well,
from the
if you came up to the
side.
door, we're gonna let you gladly.
Okay.
do that. We already showed.
I'll do that next week.
oh, next week we'll be home, yeah, okay,
Who was the
okay.
one we showed?
Katie, you didn't
Katie came down, we showed her all around the back property,
Yeah,
and she couldn't believe her eyes, basically.
It is a eye-opening visit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a mess. And those, what do you call those?
So
the
that's
black is a silt fence.
Sulfate.
Yeah.
Those are in bad shape. The first row and then the second row from a couple storms are starting to show their wear and tear too.
Yeah, well, they're not supposed to.
Now
Be there
they'll use,
for a super long time.
they'll use the excuse because of the stop work order. That's what
Yeah,
they'll-
right.
Well, and we discussed that, right, at the time, that, sadly, this is not the way we normally would do
Right.
this.
I mean, usually the work is
It was-
done.
I did it
they're
because
pulled up.
you
Can't trust what they're
Tracy-
doing, you know what I
Right.
mean?
And I believe Mike Julian already mentioned that he had gone back to them about the silt fencing. He had them put the silt fencing in, it got put in poorly, and he had at least mentioned it to him, that the silt fencing was inadequate. So, I believe I called
Well, but they
him.
can't do, so they would need to come here first, you would have to allow
Yeah.
them, they would need to come and say, look, this is where we're gonna fix it, this is how we're gonna fix it, and you would have to say yes or no.
And it's also, little fixes like this is not going to address the whole problem. That's one of the reasons why getting the EPA involved in addressing the whole problem
Right.
will help us focus on these smaller areas.
So opening up the Clean Water Act, you're talking about the entire development from top to bottom?
Because once you reach an acre, they were supposed to file a permit federally.
Yeah.
Once your project is over an acre, and they never did that. So that's the federal government's into looking at this project. So inching forward.
Forward. At least it's forward.
Yeah, we hope so. So, hopeful that, at least plans are apparently in the works, at the beginning stages, but in the works. So next time you'll have to think about what kind of a deadline you want to put on that. And maybe we can get an update from him before that next meeting and see if it's at least at the engineers and ask him, what does he think is a date that, he can live with, that the engineers are telling him.
If the town manager should get the review from the lawyer sooner, should we be prepared that if our next meeting is the 22nd? Yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah, if
If
he
it
gets
comes in
sooner,
if
should
it comes
we-
in sooner, should we consider coming in for a special meeting?
I don't think you need to, because the EPA's request for
Gives them 30
it
days.
gives them 30 days. So there, and that has only been maybe 14. So there isn't going to be a request for work before our next meeting.
Right.
Okay.
In which case, you know what I mean, so that this doesn't need to be partially
I
lifted
think
if that's
they'd
what you want.
want that done to send with the questionnaire to the EPA, because it would make their life a lot easier. Because that's one of the things the EPA wanted, was any plans or
Engineering,
whatever.
yeah.
Right, if, yes, what they requested, well, they didn't request they requested everything in the past.
Right.
In the request, but
They could get brownie points with it.
they absolutely could. I'm sure EPA would be very happy to see.
We
some
would be very
forward-
happy to see,
We'd all be very happy to see
Yes.
some plans for the future and for fixing. And welcome Katie. Yay.
Welcome into the maelstrom.
Yes, yeah,
This.
the eye of the storm.
The can of worms.
Did you want to add anything? And I'm sorry, we did start, just to kind of get things going, and then we kind of wandered down to Pleasant Hills. Yeah.
Of course. No, I don't have anything to add about that one.
You haven't got any calls in the last couple of days since we had that meeting?
No.
No. Any other news or new information that anyone wants to share about Pleasant Hills?
I just want to introduce myself, Paul Knappich with BSC Group,
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul, last name?
Knapik.
Oh, great. We didn't, thank you for coming.
I know, I talked to Katie and I thought it might be good to come, I'm coming on my own accord here.
Okay.
Just to really, I'm taking over for Matt, who's on medical leave, and just trying to understand where we are with this situation and the other, and seeing how we can help.
Okay.
Are we still in the process for achieving a peer review,
When we get something.
when we get something?
Right, but Ken Comia had hopefully asked you guys for an estimate of what.
Scope, yes.
For a peer review, as well as, well, I guess it would just be the peer review at this point.
He mentioned that it would be important to keep, I don't know whether retainer is the appropriate word, but to establish the relationship between our peer review prior to receiving it.
So that we'd be ready to go once they do give us plans, so that, we'd kind of be on your calendar and on your radar.
And I spoke with, when I last spoke to Matt, he was going to bring in one of our engineers, knowing that it would be important to have an engineering analysis in addition to an environmental analysis for this. So I'm working with him on developing a scope to review the NOI and whatever restoration plan and provide that to you. It sounds like it's a few weeks out, so.
It does sound like it's a few weeks out, yeah.
I guess I'll put it down to try to get it to you by the next meeting on the 22nd.
An estimate?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great.
We also have the 86 Gulf Street review.
Yep, 87.
87
Yep.
Gulf Street.
Needed an estimate for that too, right?
Well,
no,
no,
it's
that
already-
one's
that's
already
already-
been, I don't know if we've paid that one yet, but that was already a quote, and we already said yes, and the quote was for 2 sites, Pleasant Hills
Right.
and Gulf Street.
Right.
Pleasant Hills was done, and because we said we needed that one first.
Yeah.
And when we had last talked to Matt, it was like, okay, put us on your calendar now for Gulf Street. And then apparently,
Yeah, so what I understand, we're waiting for site access in order for us to get on the site to assess the conditions there. I think that's. how it
okay, and
works.
so I had sent you an email, I think, about that. Do we have any?
So I was just gonna leave it to the commission to decide how you wanted to extend to
The-
the property owner.
The rail trail,
'Cause you can see it
the
from
rail
the-
easement is now under lease by the town, correct?
He's gonna have to go on the site.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to talk to Scott.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he, okay.
There's no doing this from around. So how do you want to, do you want Katie
Who's the
to?
owner?
Scott Laws.
He's right there.
so yeah, I would take your direction for how you want to approach it.
Is he literally in the next room right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
well, we might want to
Yeah.
ask him to come in.
I'll ask him.
Thanks, Kevin.
He likes me. He
All right.
keeps this one when he waits when he does.
Fantastic.
Come be filmed.
Nothing like the
That
present
is-
moment.
Is that the old lumber yard, or, I haven't been, I went on the wrong side of Gulf Street. I went, wow, there's no 87 here, so obviously I need to go the other way.
But it's right off of the rail trail.
Yeah.
If you're on the rail trail, you can see up the hill.
Yeah.
And you can see all the
I know I'm gonna
soil.
end up on a naughty list somewhere.
Hi, Mr. Lazo, how are you?
Can I do for you?
Somebody just saw you in the next room and we were just talking with, this is Paul Napick from BSC.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
He's taking over from Matt Byrne, who did the analysis for us on another site. So remember last time we had talked, we had said that the commission wanted to go and have an engineer, an analysis. So we need permission to go on the property.
Analysis of what, my property?
Of the work that you did to remediate.
Well, I don't own the property that you can go on it. Everything's taken out of it. But they said, wait till they do the rail trail, something to do with that. And I said, oh, okay, so I didn't do any more. I removed all the material, and then I just stopped. I've been waiting.
Yeah, no, but you remember that was like January, and you said I'm done. I've completed what I think I need to do, and we said, great. Now I believe the commission then said, but we're gonna get an engineer out there to verify
Right.
that from what we can tell from where the original wetlands were to what you've done, that the work
Okay,
is
oh, I see what
complete.
you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so before we can do that, before Mr. Napick can come out, it's not your land?
Say that again?
We need permission to go on the land where the violation is.
Right, and what I'm saying is supposedly the riverbed, or it was a man-made waterway for the powerhouse. And they filled the other side of the street, and I assumed that I could fill this side because it was man-made. So when I filled it with clean fill, they turned around and said, no, you can't do that because it's wetlands. I go, oh, okay, so what I did was I removed it all. And again, we're at a point now where I'm like, are you happy with it? And then again, they wanted somebody to look at it. I don't have a problem.
Okay,
Okay.
do we need something in writing, Mr. Napick?
I think as long as it's documented in the minutes,
Okay,
that'd be fine.
then we're good, okay.
And
I didn't know
Do you want-
if you were gonna do it from the rear, because the rail is down there. My property is way up here,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And you can see where the stumps and tree line is and everything, where we went right to the base.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even mind going in and doing a little more, but everybody said hold off.
Yeah.
Yep, okay,
Yeah, all I would need is, just document it in the
Good.
minutes,
okay.
and I would just schedule it, with our wetland people, and have our wetland guy go out, who went to the Pleasant site as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, so I think we're good.
Would he need any permission, like, would he have to call the property owner or anything?
We can
like that?
let the commission know when we're
Or
gonna be
the
out there, just so you
commission?
know.
Whatever you need.
Yeah.
And Scott, what number, is there an email or a number I could get you at to let you know when?
508.
Yeah,
208-7708.
208
That number 24/7.
7708.
Oh, yeah. No, no, wait.
508-208-7708.
08.
Okay, great, well, that's great.
Yeah, so I'll
Perfect.
speak to my guy tomorrow, and I'll get back to Katie.
When you, just to be familiar with it, the rail is way down here. You
Yeah.
have to go up around to get up to the top of the hill. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But if you need any, call me,
Yeah.
I'll meet you up there.
All right, appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Good. Oh,
That was, we've tried so many times. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect time.
yeah,
Sometimes things work.
that's awesome.
There was a comment that we somehow told him.
I don't think we told him to stop, I think he
No,
told
he
us he
said-
was done.
Yeah.
That he felt he was done with the cleanup.
Um,
I think that was in January, because our last date was January.
A long time.
And it has not been removed, and it's continuing to silt up because the banking is still exposed and washing down.
And with all this rain.
So, but I'm sure your analysis will be
Yeah, so
a professional
we have
analysis.
obviously seen it from outside, but yeah, we'll be able to figure it out.
Some of the obvious things are like the trees. The trees are still backfilled.
Okay.
So that's obviously, it's not down to its
It's a
original
grade,
grade.
yeah.
There was a shoreline. One of the things your analysis needs to understand is the water on the East Main Street side of the culvert, Stone Arch culvert, traveled underneath the culvert and back up the canal. Now, the canal you're gonna see is littered with tires, but it was a unique system. I had the opportunity of actually working in that area involved with the trails. And it was a unique area because the water level never changed. If we got a lot of rainfall, the water just ran further up the canal. So, but right now that's no longer the case. So what you're going to see is very different to what was originally there. It was crystal clear water. It wasn't a puddle. Right now it looks more like a mud puddle. But like I said, I'm sure your engineer will be.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm hopeful that we can get someone out there next week.
That would be great.
Pretty awesome.
And I'll let you know and we'll go from there.
Perfect. So you guys have contact information with each other?
Yes,
Perfect.
yeah, we're both new on this, so I think that's a good start.
And I was just gonna give you
Oh, great, thank you.
my card and
Because I was familiar with it
connecting with anyone.
pre-damage, if I could be of any assistance, I do have a limited amount of picture. I have a picture of it originally before it got backfilled. I can get that to Katie and maybe get it to you. And like I said, it was a unique system. And it was sad. Like I said, I had been going in there with my initial, because it was town-owned property, I went in there and started cutting back some of the brush so people could actually see the culvert from the road to draw attention to the future rail trail. And then to all of a sudden show up there one day and find the whole back side of the hill pushed down and covering the culvert was just mind-blowing. I just couldn't understand how somebody would actually go about doing that. But, I look forward to your analysis.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Katie, was there any mail for Conservation Commission? Any forest cutting plans or anything like that? No? Okay. Good. Under new business, I did have an email today for some National Grid work and RDA that I will get in for next time. So there'll be an RDA for next time. Commissioners' announcements?
Okay, I have a few, if anybody else has any before me. Okay, everybody saw the email, I think, that I forwarded from Sherry Bemis about the flooding on Worcester Street. And do you remember the exact number? Because I didn't remember the exact number to tell Terry.
Don't remember the exact number, no.
Okay.
But we know
I'll
what
get
you're
that.
talking about.
Yeah, no, I'll get it and email it to you.
I don't specifically remember that email. Is it a situation where I'm assuming the flooding has,
Yeah, she said it does still happen sometimes, so we were talking a couple weeks ago about should we take it off of our ongoing list. I don't know if we should, because it is still happening sometimes. So I don't know if we should take it off. If we're doing a site walk, we can look at it. Because nothing really happened. Like,
right, but the block, like I said, I
it just
wouldn't mind
resolved
another
itself.
site walk to see if maybe the blockage has cleared itself. Or maybe we just haven't had a rain event that triggers
right.
the backup.
So this person just filed a complaint?
So for a little background for Terry, so there seems to be a blockage up Katy Brook, upstream. Tell me if I'm wrong on any of these names. Some trees have fallen across
Okay.
and caused sort of a jam. And so it's causing the river downstream to reroute itself into some backyards.
Well, actually, it's causing the river upstream.
Okay.
Once the water level behind the blockage gets up high enough,
Okay.
it finds a new path.
Right. Yeah, I'm
And-
saying it the wrong way, backwards.
So it involves like somebody's backyard, there's an apartment complex, a couple
Okay.
houses up.
In some cases, it's just running through forested backyards that nobody
Which is fine.
uses.
Yeah.
But eventually it comes out across a wide expanse of area, and then it eroded the bank by Miss Bemis's house quite a bit, because, you know, as the river, as the overflow falls back into the Katy Brook, it scours the bank, causing more erosion. So,
So the hard part is the responsibility part, right? So the town doesn't get involved in that. We certainly don't have funds to fix it. And it's not the purview. We tried reaching out to the the landowners where we believe the trees might have fallen over. And just cursorily looking at the law in Massachusetts, like, you're supposed to do something on your land that causes overflow on somebody else's. They've never gotten back to us. So, with things kind of quieting down as far as it's not gone, but it's also, we've had every meeting going several hours because of other issues as well. So this one is kind of a lower priority. We were just checking in with Mrs. Bemis to see, if there's, how is it going? And so it's still there, it's still happening.
If the trees were removed.
Which it needs to be done very carefully.
Exactly. 'Cause
Yeah.
Trees have fallen into Katy Brook.
Right.
And so it's like, who's responsible for removing them? And in Massachusetts state law, it's like the property owner owns into the middle
Center.
halfway of the brook. But like Karen said, they haven't, nobody's responded.
Yeah.
I'm curious, do we still have ongoing permission from the property on Charlton Street to walk down and check the blockage? Or would we have to reestablish that contact and say, we'd like a site walk on it?
I don't remember who
The-
gave you permission. Do you know what I mean? I don't remember.
actually-
It was a board of health. We went with the agent, the health agent.
Us?
Yeah, he's not the health
No.
agent, but
Actually, I
Dan
recall,
Wozniak
we
is the
talked
health
we
agent?
talked to a resident that was living there.
Yeah.
And actually, we're not even sure if it was that property that we walked on or the
Right.
property next
He
door.
just let us go there.
We introduced ourselves and he said, oh yeah, the brook's back there.
Right.
And as we walked back and,
and it would be helpful to look at that site again.
yeah, and I'm
'cause
wondering
that's
if,
where the trees fell.
do we have to request another site walk to the property owner? Or could we just knock on somebody's door and say,
You could knock. You have your badges. You can knock on somebody's door and say,
yes, I
hey,
have
you
to get
know.
my badge.
But you
Kate-
can only stay on their property, the person who is telling you yes.
Yeah. As far as photographs go, I'm not the best at photographing or electronically sharing them. Katie, if you'd be interested in seeing the site, getting some photos and sharing them with it's your first agent, Concom agent, trip out into the wilds of Katy Brook. Not really.
Well, the biggest problem is how do you fix it?
Right.
Well, that's just
exactly. That's
Even
the
if the
it might
homeowner
have-
wants to
it
do
might have
it,
fixed
it's
itself.
such a tough situation.
It might have fixed itself, maybe some of the debris is drifted through and now it's just two, and as long as the two trees themselves, what it looked like when we first looked at it, it was not just the two trees anymore. It was a lot of other debris that had
That came down.
came down.
Yeah.
So maybe it's cleared itself enough so that we haven't had I hate to say, well, we haven't had a flood, so we're not gonna have a flood. We haven't had a flood because the rain event hasn't brought it up to that level. But once it brings it up to that level, and I emphasize the fact that eventually Katie Brook will say, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with this route and
Yeah.
stop going back there.
It's not an intentional filling though, so it's you know what I mean. It's
Right.
not.
That's
It's
why it's tough.
you know, certainly you want to help the homeowners. So if we can, maybe you know, we can try to maybe send another letter to the homeowner.
And just to let you know, this was another situation of, she was trying, the homeowner was trying for many years to get some attention, and she finally got some attention.
It also raised the question of the property owner to her left-hand side, upstream from her. His alteration to his backyard also
Didn't help.
didn't help.
Yeah.
Right. And he had some violations, like a chicken coop too close to the brook, and he has since moved that.
Okay.
But it's something that,
A lot of times people don't know. you
Right.
know, what to
Right,
do.
a
what
lot
not
of
to do.
people, yeah, they're just
It-
like.
Education process.
It goes
We don't
further
know
than
all
that,
those
because he
rules.
built himself a nice deck and a walkout over the brook, which.
But he didn't have all the proper things, which is not
And
common.
the pilings were
still,
right down
it's like-
in the brook. It was, but that has been since removed.
Let me interrupt for 1 second. Did I cut you off? Was there anything else you need from us, Mr.
I
Nathan?
was just, yeah,
No?
overstaying my welcome here.
It is an open meeting. You are welcome to stay there. We'd love your opinion on any of this that we're discussing, you know.
It's hard to, and I've seen and heard a lot of this before. It's hard to really offer an opinion without actually knowing the site, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, water seeks its own course though, so.
And it's very hard, but you know, you want to serve the people and you want to help them, but it's, you know, we can't go in and do it,
They
so,
don't,
you
they don't
know.
like hearing,
Yeah.
spend $5,000 and remove the trees.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I look forward to working with you all.
Thank you so much for coming. That was great. Okay, have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
You too.
All right, well, I'll see what Ken Comia had for a name and an address on what he believed was the homeowner, and
Charlton
I'll,
Street.
yeah, and I'll see see if we can get out another one and say, hey,
Yeah.
could you at least just talk to us about
And
this?
Terry, were you able to get your photo ID
No,
upstairs?
no. So if I come to the town hall, where do I go?
Okay, there's an information technology, IT, center, so like if you're upstairs and you go past the town clerk's.
Yep.
You go past the stairwell and
Tucked
there's.
in the corner.
Yeah, and there's
The town
an
treasurer
office
Uh,
tucked in the corner.
Yeah.
If you just come up these
Actually,
stairs, it's right here.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
retirement,
that's, that's easier to
retirement
record.
board was in that
Oh,
room.
okay. 'Cause I thought
Right
I
at the
saw
top
that
of
front.
these stairs.
Yeah,
As a matter of
That's
fact,
the way
it's-
I usually
it's-
come.
It's right up here.
Okay.
It's one
Yeah.
floor up, above us.
yeah, and just during town hall hours, just say,
As a matter of
Hey,
fact,
can you start my
I
picture?
need to do mine too. So after this meeting, I think I'll just stop up and see
Yeah,
if I can get it done.
That sounds like a plan.
although there is a Board of Health meeting, I'm gonna tell you.
I didn't see it on the schedule.
Oh, really? Oh, then.
Oh, they're
Because Gus
trying
is
that again.
very strict about making sure it's posted, so he told me it was posted,
All right, I'll,
but.
I've
He's a
started.
stickler for
I've
that.
started attending their meetings. I don't
Oh,
want them
okay.
to start saying, "Oh, wait a minute, let's keep this one quiet so Kevin doesn't show up." It used to be Kevin was the only one showing up, but
Okay, and I just wanted to let you all know, like at Monday's town council meeting, I did my annual thing about hunting dates and stuff like that, and I asked again for our conservation commission board to be back, and I said, you can tell, you. I invited them to come to our meeting tonight, but they're not here. So
we got
if
one.
anybody,
Yeah, we got
if
one.
anybody says we have a meeting, that we have a board, I just like posting things like that and seasonal things like the vernal pools and things like that. But we had a board up there, and when they did everything, they took it away. So, so if anybody says that, it's kind of like an easy thing. You'll be like, oh, good, a board, that's easy. I can deal with that.
You're talking about aside of, aside of the
It was right
Conservation
next-
Commission.
It was right next to the Trails Committee board.
Oh,
upstairs.
all right. I thought you meant a physical board of 5-member citizen group board.
Oh, no.
You're talking about
A bulletin board
Oh, a bulletin.
that I could post things like.
Is there
Okay.
still
Hey,
a
it's
trails
vernal
board?
pools. No, they
So they took it
they
off.
took everything down. They painted it. It's like slate gray or something like that, and it just wasn't
And
replaced.
there's still more renovations to
And
come.
then there was
so-
all the COVID stuff, and so
Well,
it
maybe you
just
could put one
it
in
just
here.
didn't
I mean,
happen.
I know it wouldn't do what you were hoping it would.
yeah,
do.
it was just my
Or
my
maybe out in this
public
hallway.
education. Yeah, it
There
would be
is-
fine. I'll take it anywhere.
Yeah.
There is more renovations scheduled for the town hall. Maybe it's just a situation that it just hasn't been put back up yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you can
It's
always-
actually it's right in
We
the
have
in.
a table out here, you
Yeah.
can put anything,
Yeah.
like,
Brochures.
education related out here.
Okay, it was more a poster, but in the board it's actually, I went through. I was in this room for
Oh, so
something
it's-
else, and I saw where Eric put it. So it's like, we have
All right, it's just a matter of finding
a place for
a
it.
place for it.
Yeah, and I just wanted, so, I mean, it was great where it was, because as people were waiting in line to pay their
Right,
property
pay their
taxes.
taxes,
or
yeah.
to go see the town clerk.
Mm.
You'd think, wow, vernal pool season. Hunting days.
Do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Anyone else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Excellent. Just a reminder, 8:22 at 5:30.
Yep.
And the time is 6:17.